Hello everybody, my name is Norman Robelot. I'm the founder of the Digestive Health Institute, and I'm here to talk about the Fast Tract diet on mobile app. But before I get going, just a quick thanks to Kristen and Bobby. Sorry? Closer? Okay, great, thanks. Thanks you guys for a great job tonight. And also I want to thank Route Rabbit and their CEO, Bhaskar Rao, the team that helped us develop this app. Is Bhaskar here by any chance tonight? He was going to try to make it. But anyway, I'm sure he'll be happy to know. Anyway, let me ask a question, show of hands. Now, I know what you're thinking, oh, he's going to ask a poo question. Don't worry, no poo questions. How many people here have had symptoms of heartburn? Show of hands. Quite a few. Pretty healthy crowd here. I had it for years myself. But acid reflux and symptoms like heartburn, they actually affect 60 million people in the U.S. alone. And if you look at irritable bowel syndrome, that affects about 50 million people. And what do these have in common? Small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. I don't know, many people have heard that term. That's what ties these together, but actually goes beyond that. If you added up all of the people in the U.S. with this thing called SIBO, you would get a number of about 100 to 150 million people. So that's a big problem, and because it goes beyond IBS and acid reflux, people with Crohn's, diverticulitis, rosacea, many other conditions also suffer with this problem. Now, what is it? I wouldn't do it. They're pretty big pictures. It's when bacteria overgrows in your small intestine and produces a lot of symptom-causing gas. And that creates a lot of symptoms, such as stomach aches, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, and it really is a problem for people suffering with these functional gastrointestinal disorders that have this condition. So, what to do about it? Well, if you go to most doctors, you'll get on a proton pump inhibitor, you'll get some prescription and non-prescription medicines, but there is another way, and that is the connection between SIBO, diet, and symptoms. And so let's just take a look at some of these foods, all right? Here's some food groups here. Here's proteins. How many people think these foods may cause you digestive problems or digestive symptoms? Okay, a couple, a few. Okay, the next one. Oh, this is the button. Okay, how about fats? I hear a lot about fats. Are they going to cause digestive distress? Fats? Not too many hands. I've been an educated crowd here. All right, and the next one. How about carbohydrates? Okay, a lot more hands going on, right? Why is that? Well, carbohydrates are much more challenging to digest and absorb. Fats and proteins are relatively easy to digest, despite a lot of bad press. You know, we have stomach acid, we have enzymes, we have bile. Proteins and fats are not a big problem. Carbohydrates, on the other hand, especially the very complex and hard to digest carbohydrates. And in this mobile app, we focus on 5 in particular: lactose, fructose, resistant starch, fiber, and sugar alcohols. And so these complex carbs are hard to digest. It takes a collaborative effort between all of these microorganisms in our gut. They digest the carbs that we can't. They produce fats, and we can metabolize those fats, and hence there's a survival advantage, and that's why we, like all other animals and planets, evolved to have these bacteria in our gut, right? But there's a downside. If you overdo it with these carbs, you get these symptoms and these problems, and that's where the diet comes in. So what is this? What is this about? So I developed this diet, a 10-year process, but basically it focuses on these hard to digest carbs, and it limits them quantitatively with a formula that I call fermentation potential. It's a mathematical formula based on the glycemic index. So that's how it works. The app has over 800 foods, and essentially you can log your meals, and you can also put in all these FP points, that's essentially symptom potential, and you can log in your symptoms as well. And then when you look at the big view, you can see in a weekly or monthly view if you're getting better or worse and how many of these points, which is essentially a measure of these hard to digest carbs you're taking in. So here's some other things they have, and then if you're in a different country and the food's not on the list, you can do your own calculations as well. And then, by the way, this is important. There's a great write-up in the mobile app to help you understand in layman's terms all of the details about how the thing works. So, here's our bald mission to get 10 million people off drugs and antibiotics for functional gastrointestinal disorders and SIBO-related conditions. So, please, if you know people suffering with these, come visit us on our Facebook page or go to fasttrackdiet.com or buy the app. Thank you.